This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European.
Okay, so don't you love it when the woke eat themselves? So Governor Kathy Hochul and New York City Mayor Eric Adams are going at it. They are publicly ridiculing one another over immigration, over illegal immigration, after Lieutenant Governor at the time, Kathy Hochul, supported the push to make New York State a sanctuary state, and after Eric Adams talked all this crap about how racist Trump was and how he was saying, come one, come all, we're a sanctuary city, screw the federal laws, we're not going to help ICE, get them out of there. So they've been overwhelmed with illegal immigrants. New York City has over 100,000 illegal immigrants up there. And now he's crying about money, crying because he don't know what to do, saying, oh, my city's so overwhelmed. Somebody help me. Somebody send me some money. Somebody save me. And Kathy Hochul wants nothing to do with it. Kathy Hochul was saying, wait a minute, when we said that Trump was racist and that we're a sanctuary state, that was just for publicity. We didn't really mean it. We didn't actually expect illegal immigrants to come up here. So now she doesn't want to help. She wants to minimize, do the absolute minimum to help New York City. New York City is completely overrun. Eric Adams is saying, look, Governor, we need to send some of them across New York. We need to send them upstate. We need to send them Buffalo, Albany, Syracuse. We need to get some of these illegal immigrants out of here because they're costing a lot of money and they're committing a lot of crimes. And Kathy Hochul wants nothing to do with it. So let's read about it. Mayor Eric Adams' handling of the asylum seekers crisis has been called into question in the harshest of terms by a lawyer representing Governor Kathy Hochul. So they were acting like they were on the same page. Oh, we're both leftists. We hate Trump. We're together. We love illegal immigrants. We want y'all to come here. We're going to take care of you. But behind the scenes, they've been going at it. It's come to the point of legal action. So let's continue. It comes as the state is on the hot seat in a legal action over the right to shelter and demands from both the city and advocates that Team Hochul do a lot more to help solve the crisis. Hochul said, nah, buddy, this all you, Eric Adams. It's an unusual battle between the mayor and the governor. Officials have tried to make it seem that everything is hunky-dory between them. But the court battle makes it clear that they are not on the same page, not by a long shot. Yeah, Eric Adams is pissed because now it's giving him a bad name. New York was already a horrible city. They already had trash policies. Crime was already skyrocketing. And now Venezuela said, oh, we can empty our prisons and send them to New York. So that's exactly what's happened. They have way less prisoners down there in Venezuela. And magically, a lot of Venezuelan criminals are on the streets of New York now. I wonder how that happened. I think it had something to do with a wide open border. For example, the mayor wants the governor to get other localities to accept asylum seekers, but she is apparently not on board with that. Yeah, and you have a lot of these jurisdictions up there in upstate New York. A lot of them are Republican. A lot of them are highly against everything Hochul and Adams are doing. And Hochul knows she doesn't have the political weight to try to push all these illegal immigrants to upstate New York because she will catch absolute hell. You think Eric Adams' lawsuit is bad? Wait till she tries some crap like that. Let's be very clear. You cannot involuntarily take people from the city and send them all over the state of New York. Hochul said during a phone interview on NY1 on Wednesday, putting someone in a hotel on a dark, lonely road in upstate New York and telling them they're supposed to survive is not compassion. And the people up there don't want to see it. Imagine you walking home from work, it's 11 p.m. or something like that, and all of a sudden you see people getting high, selling dope, prostitution. Like, where the hell all these people come from? Oh yeah, Hochul sent them up here. There would be absolute outrage if she tried that. But hey, I guess it's all cool with New York. But here's what I have to say about the New Yorkers. Y'all voted for this. So when they're ravishing your communities, when they're all over your schools and your neighborhoods, you got hookers and drug dealers right down the street, you voted for this. So if you're a New Yorker, don't bitch and cry about it. Hochul said as much not long after her lawyer slammed the mayor's management of the asylum seeker crisis in intensely personal terms. It's part of a court suit over the right to shelter, with the city demanding the state do more. including picking up 2/3 of the expenses connected with caring for new arrivals, absorbing education and shelter related costs for migrants since upstate, costs the city has been shouldering. So, taxpayers, how much money are y'all willing to spend on these foreigners? You already sending billions and billions of dollars over there to these people in Eastern Europe. And now you got migrants coming here seeking asylum. You got them coming here and it's costing y'all billions of dollars. All this stuff, this money can be going towards. But you guys have chosen to put in power a bunch of leftist activists, and now they're wasting your money on nonsense. Stuff that is completely unnecessary, completely preventable. The governor also argued that New York City, which is at the breaking point with 101,200 asylum seekers, is the best place for them. Yeah, keep them down there. Keep them in the city. Hey, it's already crime infested, so we add a few more. It's all good. And if we add a few more people who need welfare, who need all these special things, New York City is the perfect spot for them, because in these nice suburban areas, in these upstate, really nice high-income areas, we don't want anything to do with them up there. The city has more opportunities for them to work. It has more opportunities for public transportation. It has more English as a second language programs than they do in these rural counties, Hochul said. Yeah, so these two are bickering, talking about resources and where to put the migrants. But one thing that they're not going to talk about publicly anyways is getting them rid of them, is deporting them. How about you call on Joe Biden? How about you let ICE in, drop the sanctuary city and state status, and deport them? Why don't you get them the hell out of there? Why are your taxpayers having to shoulder the burden for somebody else? But this is what y'all chose to vote for. The letter sent to the judge by Hochul's lawyer, Fake Gay, slam Mayor Adams for being slow to act. Damn. Okay, now they about to talk shit about Adams, how terrible he was. Because, honestly, Adams was slow to act. What happened was, when all these illegal immigrants first started flooding the city like this, they were relying on charities, faith-based institutions, churches. They were picking up the burdens for it. It wasn't the city, it wasn't the governor. But once those places ran out of money, ran out of space, then Adams was forced to get involved. And now he's running out of it, because he was trying to ignore it. He was just thinking, oh, this is just a little surge. Just like in the past, we get a little surge of them, a couple hundred of them is all right. He didn't realize that they were about to get hit with 100,000 of them. So they kept talking trash about Trump and how great they were. They were a sanctuary city and they were not racist and all of that crap, only for publicity. So he sat there and didn't do crap, and he let these charities do all the work. So being slow to act, ignoring suggestions early on to set up large shelters and tents, being slow to submit receipts for state reimbursement. What does he do? Man, it must be a cush job. You're getting paid, you got power, you got the status, and you don't do absolute shit. Your administration is absolute garbage. So you bitching about something, but you haven't even taken actions to rectify the situation yourself. It's typical of leftists like this. They always bitching and crying. Oh, do something, do something, do. What have you done? Nothing. Ignoring state offers for shelter sites that could house up to 3,000 migrants, failing to use, that's a drop in the bucket, failing to use a $25 million state resettlement program for 1,250 households, more tax money burned, failing to use $10 million in state funds for programs to help migrants get asylum and work authorization. Damn. So they get to stay in the country and they get work permits and they get welfare. Allowing hundreds of migrants to sleep on the street outside the Roosevelt Hotel when beds were available elsewhere. Throwing them under the bus. Usually these Democrats, they lie and deny to the very end, because the Democrats are a hive mind. So if somebody in the Democrat Party does something wrong, the rest of the Democrats will lie until they die to protect that Democrat. But it's getting to the point now, these illegal migrants, this dumbass policy of sheltering these asylum seekers instead of pushing to deport them, is fracturing this unity. It's fracturing the hive mind in New York with the Democrat Party. So now the governor is crushing the mayor, calling him out publicly. Because, yeah, he is a trash mayor. But she's not too good herself as a governor. She's trash also. Is it true that they did not accept some of the help we offered, Hochul said? The state offered the city places like the Aqueduct Racetrack, the Manhattan and Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, Pier 7 in Brooklyn, and gyms at the Roberto Clemente State Park in the Bronx and Riverband State Park in Manhattan. At its weekly update on the asylum seeker crisis, the city argued that some of the sites that the state offered were not feasible. So now they want to call it a crisis. So when Republicans called it a crisis, they act like nothing was happening, nothing going on. The media was deflecting. This is not a crisis, nothing happening. There's no surge of illegal migrants. What are you talking about? But now it's plain as day, smack you in the face so you can't deny, yeah, it's a crisis. Sometimes it's the economic impact. Sometimes it's the impact to the community. You talking about crime? You talking about economic impact, like businesses having to close their doors because they're being robbed so much, because there are a bunch of drug addicts laid out on the sidewalk right in front of them? Is that what you're talking about? Or is it the fact that you filling up hotels and other places, and now these places can't even get good business because the city's taking control of it to give it to a bunch of illegal immigrants? Be specific when you say this. There are a number of sites that have significant community impacts. Yeah, I bet. Like y'all putting them in elementary schools, old abandoned gyms and stuff. Yeah, I bet. There are sites that have environmental factors like flooding. Office of Emergency Management Commissioner Zach Askell said. CBS New York asked Deputy Mayor Fabian Levy if he thought the criticism in the state letter were fair. We've been very clear we cannot handle this crisis solely on our own. Well, you shouldn't ask for it. Hey, if you can't handle it, revoke that status, that sanctuary city bullshit that you got. Just revoke it. Just call ICE and get those immigrants the hell out of there. How about that? How about you own up and admit that your policies were absolute dog shit? But you rather spend billions of dollars in taxpayer money because it's not affecting you personally. So you rather spend all this money and put these people in all these neighborhoods, these lower income neighborhoods, because that's also not affecting you. You rather do that than admit that you're an absolute failure. There are a couple of things we would over the state to take the lead on. Wait, what? CBS, tighten up, man. Y'all writing this kind of off. Ironically, the deputy mayor said he wants the state to take a more active role in stopping localities from issuing orders to prevent asylum seekers from coming to their counties. So after talking all this crap, all these places all over the country, yeah, we're a sanctuary city, F Trump, he's a racist, come one, come all, we gonna take care of you. Now these same counties all through New York are saying, nope, keep them away. You got counties right outside the New York area. You got counties outside of like the bigger cities, which are more Democratic, not the Republican counties, but the Democrat counties. They're putting action in to prevent these asylum seekers, these illegal immigrants, to come to their neighborhoods, to come to their cities. But I thought it was come one, come on. So I guess after you've seen what happened to New York and how quickly a place can be crushed, I guess y'all want to pull back policies. Or maybe y'all just racist. So if you are a county full of Democrats and y'all are talking all this trash about Trump, about illegal immigration, if you're pulling back your policies now and trying to prevent these asylum seekers from coming there, I guess you're racist. I guess you're the real racist. But I get a laugh at all of this stuff because these guys are pure idiots. All they have to do is renounce their status as this sanctuary city, sanctuary state, get rid of those policies, and call on ICE and the feds to get rid of the immigrants. That's all they got to do. Problem solved. Close the border. But they don't want to do it. So let me know what you think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.